on things that you just met somebody, you want to give them the concept of Islam. Now when they study and learn more about it, great. But initially, you're just trying to touch the top of the subject. Don't pretend to be a scholar. Don't play like you know everything. And don't bore them to death. You know, somebody's trying to be nice to you. You were kind to them. You were kind of funny in the beginning. Everything was going along pretty good. Then all of a sudden they're going, how did I get in this conversation with this guy? Oh, good God. And they're going like, you know, yeah, oh, it's very interesting. Yes, very nice. Yes, well, give us your card and we'll see you much later. Don't bore them to death. That's my advice. You have some points. Get to your point. Point number 1. We believe in Allah. Allah is one. He has no partners. He's not like the creation. If you compare him to the creation, that's not Allah anymore. Point number 2, relationship between us and him is what? Who's the boss? Allah or you? Well, duh, that's real easy. I mean, you know, they'll know that right away. They understand it. It's not a problem. Anybody goes on a job, anybody goes anywhere, goes to work, doesn't matter what capacity, there's a boss and an employee. And if you're the employee, you don't tell the boss what to do. You can imagine this guy show up the first day and he's filling out the papers. He goes, these papers are too complicated. I want them to be much easier. And I just want to use a pencil. I don't want to use a pen for that. Oh, and the salary has to be a lot higher. I want this, and hours, I don't want to work that much. And there you go. That's what I want right there. How long is he going to last? You betcha. Out. Because that's the boss who does that, not the employee. He comes in and tells you, hey, fill this full paper out. You don't leave any blanks on it. Use a pen when you fill it out, and we'll get back to you if we want you. Goodbye. That's how it works. So if you understood that concept, why would you think anything less of the creator and sustainer of the universe? And regarding the ibadah, the worship itself, again, let's look at the job. Could you go to the job and say, you know, I don't think we should put all these posts in here. That's too many posts, costs too much money. Take that one out. Let's don't build the building that way. And just, you know, I think we don't need so much cement in here. Use more dirt. Huh? And by the way, what's my position? Oh, I'm the guy that hauls out the trash. SubhanAllah. A low position telling the people, the big people what to do. It doesn't work like this. Nobody accept that. Huh? SubhanAllah. And how about the architect of the universe? You respect an architect to put up a big building here in the kingdom, yes? You respect that. This guy, wow, he spent these years, look what he did, his accomplishments, look at this grand edifice that he's proposing here. Wow. And it's just a human building a little stick out in the desert. But how about when Allah builds a universe, and have you ever really looked at it and thought about the size? How our earth is just a teeny tiny dot compared to some of the suns that are out there. And the suns are teeny tiny dots compared to solar systems that are there in place. And all of it together in the Milky Way is a dot compared to the whole universe. You're like, whoa. And you're going to tell Allah what's ibadah? The end of Ayatul Kursi scares me when I think about it. وَاسِعَ كُرْسِيُّهُ السَّمَوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَلَا يَئُودُهُ حِفْظُهُمَا وَهُوَ الْعَلِيُّ الْعَظِيمُ. And what was said about this, and I share this with the Jews and Christians when the time comes to let them think about who is the creator and sustainer of the universe, and we talk about the size of the macro. Look at the universe. Look at the solar system. Look at the stars. Look at it. And then look under the microscope at the molecules and look and think about the atoms, the protons, neutrons, electrons. Look at what's happening under both of these great magnifiers. You see spheres going in orbits, moving. Both cases, the same system, the same way. Who could do such a thing? Even the scientists today have had to admit there's intelligent design, and they call it ID. You have no room to argue in the favor of atheism anymore. You can't, because they've admitted themselves that there's something else out there, something bigger, something much more than they know. On our website, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we have videos that were done by Sheikh Zandani with the great scientists of the world. And we put them there. They're in English, and we invite people, go and watch. And they come away shaking their heads going, what can I say? What can I say? Atheists come back and their tongue doesn't move anymore. They stop insulting Allah with the tongue that Allah gave them. Because in number 7, we have 7 of them on there, 6 or 7. The last one, all of them saying, this must be from Allah. The Quran has to come from Allah. Some of you have seen those. But the last one is the amazing one, because during the speech, he stops and he says, I guess it's time for me to say, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. An atheist scientist accepts Islam right there in front of their eyes. What can they say? What can they do? It's there. So when we're explaining, we're just taking it easy. Taking it easy, but we're leading up to what? We're always leading up to the relationship between them and Allah. What should be the relationship between the master and the servant? Because that's the relationship implied by the word Islam. Immediately, the word Islam comes from the verb aslama, which comes from the root silm, sin, lam, mim. And you ask some of the Muslims that speak some English, what does Islam mean? What does it mean? They say, Islam means peace. May Allah guide them. This is so easy for a detractor of Islam to hurt you, to put you down if you say that. Really? Islam means peace? Oh yeah? Then how come when you greet each other you say Salam alaikum instead of Islam alaikum? You just messed up. What will you do now? Because you've lost credibility. You said something that they can point to and say, he doesn't know. Let's go. He doesn't know. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye. So take it easy and think before you open your mouth. Muslims are commanded not to answer questions unless you really know the answer, and you don't know the answer unless you know the source and the location. Otherwise, you say, I don't know, but we can find out. That's what we're supposed to say. There are 3 words in the English language that the people of the West have a difficult time saying. Very difficult time to say. And that's evident when a man gets married and he goes to work, and then all of a sudden he gets a phone call at work. And I thank the brother that turned his phone on so that I could play into that. That was just on time. I know he only did that for that purpose. Obviously, he's going to turn it off, as are all of you. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Allah guide us. He gets a phone call at work, and he's embarrassed. It's his wife checking up on him, you know? Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Okay, I have to get back to work now, okay? Yeah. Okay, I'll pick it up on the way home. Okay, bye. Huh? Yeah. Me too. Yeah. No.